You have no idea the amount of ignorant mess you're about to get into right now.
Hello and welcome to a brand new preview episode for Black on Black Cinema. I'm your host, Jay. I'm here with my co-host, Micah.
Hey.
And Terrence.
What's up?
All right, guys, we're back. This is a preview episode for episode 151, Native Son. This is the newly released film by HBO. This is directed, because I want to get all this right, this was directed by Rashid Johnson and is starring Ashton Sanders, who you may know from Moonlight. Story is based on a very famous book, which people should have read probably in high school, written by Richard Wright. This one, just a sort of the log line, is a young African-American named Bigger Thomas, living in Chicago, enters into a seductive new world of money and power after he is hired as a chauffeur for an affluent businessman. Look, the book is great. I've read the book, I think, twice back in the day. But check out the film. It is, again, it's released by HBO. So if you have HBO, that's where to check it out. Or other parts of the internet, if you are so inclined. As somebody told me today on our YouTube comment, I don't pay for movies. Congratulations on your thievery. I don't know what you want me to do about that.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, all right, well, it's fine. You know your face and name are on the internet, right? Okay, whatever. It's fine. Good luck with that.
Well, if they don't have a name, a face, and a fake name.
It could be a fake name. Didn't seem like a fake name.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Well, look, common sense is not common to everybody. So, yeah, check out Native Son, and we will be back next week to talk about that in depth. Preview topic is a little different than normal. This is just us answering questions from people in the fan group. You can join our fan group at blackandblackcinema.com/fans. It's free. It's just a Facebook group. But it's where you can talk about the episodes and all other things black, which is kind of fun. We have a good time in there. So Micah proposed this question to the folks in that group, and these are the results. And we're going to answer these questions the best we can.
Amir starts off by saying that he doesn't have a question. He just wanted to piss Jay off by posting a picture of a dead possum with ketchup next to it.
Hey, I guess that's a well-done steak.
Yeah, that's unacceptable.
Yeah, this is how your president eats steaks. So that's what y'all voted for. Fuck out of here. Fuck you,
Ronaldo says, what was the fallout with Matthew, one of the OG hosts of the Nerdpocalypse? That's not my story to tell.
Okay. I will give a sanitized version of this story. The parts that are important. So, for those of you who don't know, the Nerdpocalypse is our main show, right? That's our sort of movie, TV nerd show that the three of us host every week as well. You can find that on same places you find this show, right? So yeah, it used to be the original three hosts were me, Micah, and this guy Matthew, who was white. One of the big fallouts, the main fallout was that when Mike and I told him that Mike and I were starting this other podcast in the network that was not going to include him, he got his feelings hurt because he's white and he thought that he had things to say about the black experience, which I thought was interesting. And we summarily said no, that's not what that show is about. And so it all kind of spiraled down from there. Like that's really the main part. But there are some other things in the background that are just not really worth knowing about. But don't worry. The major part was he thought that as a white man, he would be able to give his interesting opinion because he's an educated guy or whatever. But he wanted to give his opinion on black movies and like the larger conversation about the black diaspora. And if you can see Terrence's face in that little window, that was pretty much my response as well, which was get the fuck out of here. So yeah, that's kind of where that spiraled. And then
Matthew ended up moving out of state. So the moral of the story is if you get in an argument with Jay, be prepared to move.
Yeah, that seems to be the thing.
Yeah, that's really fucking weird how that works out, isn't it?
Huh. I'll fuck around.
All the co-hosts just up and leave. They go into witness protection.
Well, it's funny. Like, there is a reason why I find that show to be very, very good. I identify with the main character. I'm like, oh, hi. And then they just disappear. Whatever. It's no big deal. They're all still alive, is what I'm told. I don't know. I don't keep track.
Johnny says, bigger moment in black excellence this month. Kofi Kingston winning the WWE title or Tiger Woods winning the Masters, and he's dead serious about this. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe Kofi, because Tiger's been there. And look, I get it. Everybody likes to come back and all that, but Kofi winning for me is a little more. I felt it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Whereas Tiger winning the Masters again was just Tiger winning the Masters again. Like, congratulations. Congratulations on being accepted by white America again.
Right. That's all that really is. Yeah.
I didn't even know he did it until just now.
Oh, well, there you go.
So yeah, Kofi. Whatever.
I don't-
Kubla Khan Asian or whatever the fuck his name is. What does he call himself?
Kappa Collision.
Kappa Psi Asian. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, that sounds like a new fraternity.
Whatever. Good for him.
Yeah,
He's done it many times before.
Do you have any opinions, Jay, or just keep it
I mean, cool for Tiger to come back. It's like, normally that's not a thing in golf. Like, kind of once you fall out of the top, echelon, you kind of just stay out of it. So that's kind of dope for him. I don't really care about professional golf. The Kofi Kingston thing I think is cool. I do think it's a little weird that people are excited about something that's made up. Like, that seems strange to me. Like, hey, he won. Yeah, I know. They wrote the script to say that. Like, it's not.
But the point is, they don't write scripts for us to win.
No, I know. I get that. It's just I just think that's kind of funny. But I'm glad he won. I mean, I know some people who are hating ass niggas who don't like it. I'm fucking with you, Malcolm. I'm fucking with you. I'm just fucking with you.
I'm not hating ass nigga. God damn it.
Just because I know he gets mad. No, I mean, it's cool. I think it's great that other non-white people have a chance to be the champion for WWE. So that's cool. That's good. Good for him.
Johnny says, racial draft 2019 trade alert. Who would you give up and who do you bring in or lock down? You give up every black conservative right now. You just every one of them.
Oh, I was going to say Candace Owens. So yeah, you got my.
I was about to say Candace Owens.
Yeah. All of them. Paris, Candace,
Kanye. You're gone.
Kanye.
Your last couple albums stink anyway.
That little black kid, that like 12-year-old speaking on politics.
Gone.
Like if a 12-year-old is speaking on politics and that's who you're turning to for see, like, you don't know anything.
Yeah, no, that's. You know what? Go ahead.
Who do you lock down? I mean,
That isn't black. Oh, what do you mean? What do you mean by lockdown?
Who do you bring in? So what of another race do you want to come in?
Oh.
Well, the lockdown, like
is,
that was like with Tiger Woods, right? Like, he's half black, but it's like, oh, people are like, oh, is he black? Is he not black? So you got to be like, nah, he's, you got to lock that person down.
Oh,
you got to put the franchise tag on The Rock, though, right?
Nah, fuck that.
Look, say what you want, yo. Say what you want. He's still black.
No, he black. I just don't care. I'm not using my lockdown on him. No, I'm using my lockdown on Kamala Harris. I'm using my lockdown.
Oh, she's black though, right?
She's half black, half Indian.
She's half black.
Yeah.
Oh, half black. All right. Well then, yeah.
No, I'm putting the lockdown because if she win, we got to claim that. No, we getting fuck
you
that.
Damn right.
Yeah, she fine too. No, we getting that lockdown. No, what's on the
lockdown? I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea.
All right.
So apparently, if you have a drop of white blood, you're not good enough for Terrence. He doesn't give a fuck. You can come or go, depending on the day.
He's not even.
Depending on what you did.
Again, pay attention to the small box that Terrence is in. This is where you get. These are where the fucking jewels are. They're all right there.
Like, depending on the actions of that person, take it or leave it.
Shit. Christopher, why did you change your name from CJ to Christopher? Are you in Facebook jail as well?
Look, man, don't talk about my people like that. We gotta do what we gotta do.
Christopher says, what would you change about BET? You know what? BET.
I don't know.
BET, look, as the resident person who has a black person who loves BET, doesn't love it, but watches it on a regular basis, it's the best that it's ever been right now.
That's what I've heard, by the way. I've heard that.
Aside from like, you know, the news stuff that they used to have, it is the best thing that's going right now. So they got rid of all them, you know, music video shows and CETA and all that other
The digital
shit.
thought they had.
Right. So right now BET is firing on all cylinders. So I don't think I would change anything.
They have a digital. Well, they have like a YouTube show or like a digital show with like Where Are They Now type thing. I watch that from time to time. Like they just had one on Jay Holiday. I just watched.
Is it pretty good?
Yeah, it's pretty good. They're like sitting on the couch, kind of letting people know where they are now. It's fine.
Okay, good. I'm happy to see BET doing better. I am.
But outside of that, I don't even know what the fuck is on BET.
I have one criticism for BET, or current BET, is that they took that Carl Weber movie and cut it up. I was mad.
Yeah, that should have been a movie.
Should have been a movie, man.
Has anyone seen the show?
I've seen the first episode, and that's about all I want. You know what I mean? Like I don't want 13 hours of it. Like I like them Carl Weber movies, but like I keep calling them junk food. Yeah, I keep calling them junk food cinema, yo. I like a jelly bean every now and again. I don't want to eat 3 bags.
Right, that's a fair point.
Like, come on, yo. Christopher goes on to say, what were some of the different names you toyed with when naming the network? Jay named the network, so I don't know if that was your first go around.
No, I didn't really have any other names. Just TMP Studios.
Help me out with this pronunciation. Terrence, because I don't want to mess this up.
Rashawn?
I think it's Royshawn.
Royshawn? Says
sound like somebody need to do a lockdown on you. You sound half Asian, half black.
Royshawn McLeod. Sorry for putting your government out there, but I don't think it's your government name.
Nah, yo. Nah. This is an extra character in Final Fantasy VII.
My government name is Micah Payne. There you go. So yeah, I wouldn't do it to you if I wouldn't do it to myself.
Nah, fuck that.
He says, what do you think of American Gods Season 2? I unfortunately have not been watching it. But everyone says that Season 2 is much better than Season 1.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. So I will get back into it because that's one of my favorite books ever. And, you know, I don't like to read, but I've read that book multiple times. That's how much I like it. So yeah, I will. And yes, he goes on to say that the black gods have a bigger impact on the show. I've heard that. So I want to start watching it. Okay. So
yeah, I kind of fell off after in the midst of season 1, even though it was like 6 episodes. I was like, all right, I'm starting to not care. So it's good to hear it's good. I may jump back in.
Samir says, why do y'all eat gas station chicken?
It's summer. Look, goddamn
Summer?
it. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was thinking of the comedian. Because this is obviously a fucking joke.
You gotta stop fucking slandering Royal Farms chicken, goddamn it.
They don't all have gas stations.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, right.
Themselves. They're a real restaurant.
They're not. Well, they ain't a real restaurant.
I mean, yeah. They're a
The
step
chicken
above a
is fine.
7-Eleven.
God damn it. They may give you hypertension. It's fine. Because it's
Salty
really
as
fucking
fuck,
salty.
though.
But it's delicious. They just happen to have fucking gas pumps there from time to time. Just cut that shit out, goddamn it.
Well, hold on a second. Hold on. What has better chicken? What has better chicken? Royal Farms or what's the hip hop chicken and fish? Because they sprinkle crack on it.
Yeah, they do something with their chicken. And
yeah, their seasoning is
got like a little sweetness to it.
They have, I think they put cocaine in it.
Yeah,
but the problem with hip hop is that their chicken is too small.
It's small as fuck. Like it's
real small, yo. Like it's like it's like the chicken was snorting the coke that they put on the thing. You know what I mean? Whereas the Royal Farms chicken is like
they just take all the fucking steroids.
It's greasy as all. It's like a professional wrestler. Is salty and greasy and huge. Like it just. I don't know. It's good.
It's
Summer,
very
have
good, but
have you
again,
had Royal Farms chicken?
no.
You're going to have to take some Royal Farms chicken over to her.
All right, well,
it's
there
ridiculous.
you go. So that was nigga chicken reviews with Micah and Terrence. You
Chicken is
guys are
fine.
going like super in depth.
Yeah.
No, here are the reasons why this is better than this.
Ronaldo says, also, can we get Candace Owens the fuck out of here?
Yeah, we just
as far as
Way
I'm
ahead of you, dude. She's a piece of garbage. If folks who don't know, we have a number of shows. But we have a political show called Look Forward, which I host with Andy, who you guys see in the fan groups from time to time. I gave her a thorough dressing down in the last episode, where I basically said she was Uncle Ruckus by playing a clip of Uncle Ruckus. So
I like how you played the Southern strategy from the guy who created the Southern strategy, and then you played what she thought the Southern strategy was, and
she was completely wrong.
Never the two shall meet.
Yeah, like that's not the part people are talking about. They're like, well, she said it was a myth. I was like, she didn't even get it right. She didn't even know what the fucking concept. You know what? Tune in next week. Just tune in next week. She's a moron. And she got to testify in front of Congress. Let me testify in front of Congress.
Why did they? Never mind. Fuck it. I don't know.
Because white people like to bring black people who agree with their shitty fucking racist bullshit as the token. Oh, we brought our own nigger. Come talk to them. Yeah. And she got her ass schooled when they brought an Asian dude. He was like, bam, here's video of you talking about Hitler being cool. Fuck out of here. Yeah, she sucks.
Well, it's not the right context, though.
Ugh.
You see,
Bitch,
when
I saw the
said
whole
that-
clip. That was
when
the
I said
context.
when I said that Hitler wanted to make Germany great, that wasn't in the right context.
My listeners will check it out. No, they won't. Your listeners are retarded. Anyway.
Andrew says, for all of you, Micah, what are things that are blowing your mind about your son? Because he will have no concept of things that were mainstream when you were a kid, i.e. CDs. CDs, cassettes, VHS, DVD, Blu-ray, like everything.
Shit's all dead.
Like it's like the fact that everything is digital is still kind of blowing my mind. Like I have that. My father does that with me sometimes. Like we'll Skype with, so he could see his grandson, and he'll just be blown away by the technology, right? Like it's a video phone, like he grew up in the 50s, with Dick Tracy talking into a watch and shit, and that blew his mind, right? And now it's whatever, like it's a video phone.
It is kind of crazy if you think about it. Like if you grew up in that time, that would be mind blowing to you.
Right.
It's this thing of fantasy. They'll never have that. No, seriously, everyone has these Dick Tracy phones.
Like he's not gonna know what it's like to grow up in a house with a landline.
No, he won't. Yeah,
Yeah, that's weird. I don't have one right now.
we don't have one.
Right.
The fuck
Damn.
for?
So,
Yeah, why do you even still sell those phones?
From Micah's dad, who's like, it's a
Package that
video
shit and
phone.
it's kind of wild that you can literally just call someone and look at them at the same time on a whim.
man.
Yeah, whenever you want.
Yeah.
Trey says, with the success of the Purge films and Black Panther, do you think we will get more action movies featuring people of color with full backing of a major studio, put into theaters and not DVD clearance bins at Walmart?
Well, I just was looking on Netflix and I saw a movie with Michael J. White that came out this year called it wasn't Triple Threat or whatever. It's something else. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Nah, he puts out a lot of movies per year, dude.
It was like action movie films and shit like that. I'm like, yo, this is about as low budget as you
Falcon
fucking get.
Rising. Like, all right, yo. Yes, you will if they make money. Like, people are like, Hollywood is racist, Hollywood is racist. Yeah, Hollywood is racist, but they're also greedy.
Yeah, the Equalizer made, both Equalizers made pretty good money. So, but that was Denzel.
And you know why it was a second Equalizer? Because the first Equalizer made money.
Yeah.
So, yeah, as long as you keep supporting them, studios will back it. They care about the bottom line, man. They don't give a fuck if you walking around in a wife beater or a giant kitty suit. Like, as long as you're making $1 billion for them, Yeah,
absolutely.
they'll make them.
Well, and the funny thing is actually, what's curious, like what I'm watching kind of happen, especially in the action genre now. There was I saw a preview because I went to the movies the other day. I saw a preview for another like basically female John Wick type movie, which I had not heard about at all. I think it was called Anna. Yeah,
I saw
Anna.
the trailer for that on YouTube the other day. I'm like, this kind of looks dope.
Yeah, it did look pretty good. I thought the trailer looked good, but it's in that same like badass assassin, good looking people, badass assassin kind of thing like the John Wick movies. And I have a feeling like that's going to be the next big wave of action movies. So look for somebody like an Idris Elba or something like that to probably get one of those movies. And if it does well, yeah, you'll see more of that stuff. And look, nothing wrong with it. I mean, it took Hollywood a long time to realize like, not just, like Micah said, Hollywood is absolutely racist. I mean, of course, it's run by old white men. Shocking news. But they are greedy, right? So once they figure out a formula works, like they can talk all the shit they want about like comic book movies. Those movies make a buttload of money. So they're just like, yeah, they're the worst. So just keep making them. They don't give a shit. So it's the same thing with them realizing Black Panther was super popular and them realizing like Creed is a really popular thing. So like Michael B. Jordan is the black actor at the moment. So whatever is working, once it starts working, black, white, whatever, it will move. Like they will do more and more of it. Michael Jai White doesn't get it because he's never been in super huge movies, like as the lead. So that's why his movies are bargain basement stuff, unfortunately.
Right. Anthony says, when are you guys going to review Coonskin? I definitely want to hear your thoughts about this movie in a future episode.
I have never seen this. Many people have brought this up to us to do. I have no problem in doing it. Like it just, in the long list of movies that we're going to do, like it's in there. It's just, we just haven't gotten to it. No particular reason.
Come up yet. Gustavo says, is there a stigma in the black community about guys marrying a woman with kids?
Is there a stigma?
I don't know if there's a stigma.
I don't know if there's a stigma, but I personally wouldn't do it.
Yeah, that's the same for me. I personally.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it. I'm not. I don't.
It sounds like there's a stigma on this show.
Like, look, I commend the men that do it. I don't do ready-made families.
Sure.
Yeah,
sure. I mean, look, we all can't be Russell Wilson.
We're all not millionaires.
Well, I would argue Russell Wilson is a perfect example of why I wouldn't. Yeah, Russell Wilson is very rich. Russell Wilson's wife is now, his wife now is very beautiful, but they still got to deal with fucking Future's trifling ass all the time. Fuck all that. No. And then they got a son named Baby Future. All right, no, I'm not putting.
Is that his name?
Yes, his real name is like Baby Future.
I'm changing that nigga's name.
Your name is Anthony. Like, knock it off.
Nah, I'm gonna change it to Russell Jr. Fuck
Baby
you.
Russell.
Yeah, Baby Russell.
Shut up, Baby Future.
So yeah,
what's Future's real
applaud
name anyway? Did we?
I think it's Future. I think he changed it.
We applaud the men that do it, but
yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. Who cares?
None of us would do it.
There's a lot of people with kids. I mean, at a certain point, like if you're like 40 something years old in the dating game, it's gonna be hard to find somebody without kids.
Right.
I mean, race aside, you just will. It just will be
dating in your late 30s sucks.
Yeah, that would be hard.
Mm. His name is Nvidia Demond Wilbum.
Yeah, Future it is. Oh, hold on. Hold. We have to pause for future information here. He has other names besides Navadius and Future. He also goes by Meathead. He also goes by Navadius Cash, Future Hendrix. Fuck right off. The Wizard, not spelled with an A in it. Caesar Lee, Super Future, Fire Marshal Future.
What's wrong with this nigga?
This is what happens when you drink lean too much. Your brain just starts dying.
This is what happens when you give yourself a nickname, guys. Like,
yeah, professional nickname.
Yeah, come on, man.
I'm you know what? I'm gonna change. I'm gonna come up with a professional nickname for the podcast from now. This is just Past. It's just my name. It's my son, Baby Past. He's got 5 kids. 5? Jesus fucking Christ. Stop having sex with dumb niggas, please. or wrap it up. God damn. Anyway.
Rashawn says, how about you guys do the 2013 film The Fighting Temptations, starring Cuba Gooding Jr. and Beyonce, and she is singing in the film, and it involves the church.
Oh, so you just want us to just crack on this movie? That's what you want.
Yeah, I mean, that's what that is.
I like how he was like, and it involves the church. What was that, to get Terrence and I hyped to destroy a movie? Great.
Why would I do that? Like, what's the point?
Because you want to see Beyonce's acting.
I can't wait to hear her voice in The Lion King. I can't fucking wait. Her playing Nala, that's just gonna be great.
This African lion by way of text.
Yo, she better sing all her parts. Just sing the entire time. Just sing the whole part.
God damn. Randy says, how Brad gonna give a review of the great LL Cool J movie Kingdom Come before y'all?
See, that's a deep cut. You got to listen to all the shows.
Oh
that's
my
a deep
God.
cut. Yeah, when he was like, oh yeah, I know that movie.
Like, nigga, how? I barely know that fucking movie. I've never seen it.
Brad loves Kingdom Come.
That's his favorite movie.
Brad is
next to the James Bond series, that is his favorite movie.
No, bullshit. He likes Kingdom Come more.
Apparently, Brad and ladies love Cool James.
That's funny.
Eric says, what are your top 3 Wingstop or wing flavors in general? Wingstop, I'm a barbecue guy, so I go with barbecue.
Boring as
ever. My second is lemon pepper, and
wet.
I don't really have a third one.
Lemon pepper wet?
No, dry.
I don't like dry. I don't like dry chicken wings.
I prefer wet wings.
I like classic barbecue. Not barbecue, classic just buffalo wings. Sometimes no, you know what? There's this place called Corinthians out here. They have the
Nigga,
best.
You black
wings.
as fuck. You black as shit, dude.
Yes, that is correct. No.
Corinthians is awesome.
Corinthians
No,
is amazing. Like, imagine, if you will, you ever seen Spice Adams like skits? Those are the niggas that be in fucking his characters. Those are the niggas that are in Corinthians.
100%.
But they have the best wings in the world. I don't know what the
They
fuck
do.
they put on them. They are fucking delicious. But yeah, I've started getting what are the honey Old Bay. Those are very good.
I've never been to Wingstop. There's one near my house. But as far as just wings in general, I mean, I don't know. I like wings spicy, like generally pretty spicy. Yeah. So, but I mean, I guess mostly like whatever sort of buffalo, like a hot buffalo sauce, some sort of like barbecue.
I like mango habanero as well. That's pretty good.
Oh, yeah. I do like that. And I like lemon pepper. Like those are good. I mean, they're not spicy or anything, but they're good.
I will never understand the spicy wing. Like, why do you enjoy having your asshole blown out of the back of your body?
Well, the way you just said that, I would rather not respond. I mean, it seems weird. But I like spicy food. Period. So, like, I'm not a coward.
I'm not a coward either.
Yeah,
I know my body.
All right. That sounds like some coward shit. Anyway, go ahead. Oh, I'll have regular barbecue. I hope it's not. Does it have pepper on it? That's too spicy for me. Fuck you. Get out of here.
John says the following is a quote from Jay from episode 29, the Baby Boy review.
This does not sound like me.
Quote, you know what? I'm just going to say it right now. The end of 2014, the last movie we will do, barring any major black film release, we're going to do Soul Plane. Yeah, we're doing it. It's 2019. Your thoughts? I could have sworn that one of us said that when we run out of black movies.
Yeah, I think what I'm referring to is all movies. Like at the end, when there are no black movies, and then we review all the white movies that have ever been made, then we will do Soul Plane.
Yeah. That's about right.
I think that was, I think I remember Soul Plane being the very last movie that we would ever do, ever.
Because I will blow my brains out on air.
And I think you said that
No,
time.
I've said it multiple times. I want people to know that. I really don't want to do that movie.
Gerard says, I can't think of anything in particular so to ask, but I just wanted to shout y'all out. Y'all are dope. Appreciate the show. Finally, someone acknowledges us for our greatness.
Yeah. Thanks.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you very much, Gerard. We appreciate it.
Doesn't just shit on our fucking place we get our chicken. It's fucked up.
Yeah, that's foul, yeah.
I mean, it is funny. like I never really thought about it until she said it.
I mean, it's best not to, really.
Like she's bringing it down to like 7-Eleven level.
It's 7-Eleven ain't even
Like,
well, I've seen less 7-Eleven gas stations than like, you know.
Yeah, you're not.
Yeah, I'm
having an
not
argument.
really, but they don't sell
You
chicken
really?
either.
They sell
ew,
wings.
Ew.
Ugh.
No, that's just offensive. Like to compare those two, yo, we got to fight. That's not even funny.
You can get it. In Baltimore. I don't know about other 7-Elevens, but in Baltimore, in the black neighborhood, you can get a Jamaican beef patty at 7-Eleven. Under that fucking heat lamp.
Like, don't do that.
Yeah, it's been there since 1975. Like, don't eat that.
I used to eat 7-Eleven wings.
Oh my God.
I used to eat their buffalo wings when I worked at the Patent and Trademark Office.
Wow, you really didn't like that job.
I really did.
You were trying to give yourself botulism to go home early.
It was the only thing that was close enough, you know, and then you had to get back to, you know, metaphorically banging your head against rocks to try and break them. Rasan says, when will you do Soul Plane? We already answered that. James says, are there any movies that you originally wanted to cover but decided didn't quite fit the show? Putney Swope.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding. We actually
There's a
recorded
movie.
about an hour's worth.
Yeah.
It was a fucking slog.
So Putney
There's a
Swope
couple more
is,
movies.
I
There's
think,
like two or three movies we did that for.
Yeah, I can't remember what they were.
Putney Swope is the one that sticks out because I was really upset.
Yeah, because you brought that recommendation. You're like, my uncle said this is really good. And we're like, all right, cool.
My cousin said it was really good. And I saw that it was directed by Robert Downey Sr. Yes.
Yeah.
The father of Iron Man. And so we started, I watched it and I'm like, I don't know how the fuck we're going to do this, but we've made magic before, so maybe we can do it again. And we could not.
We could not. Oh, we tried to do Birth of a Nation. Not the new the original 1929 film.
Nigga, that movie's like
It was
3
really
hours
fucking
long.
hard.
I'm like,
Yeah, it
I'm
was
not.
really hard.
I can't. No.
Yeah.
It's a 3-hour silent film in black and white about the birth of the KKK.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a hard pill to sit
Nah.
on.
Yeah, it was.
Or
It
swallow.
and it just didn't work. Like in the way that we tell stories and stuff like that and go through story, it just didn't work.
Gregory says, what do you think Lori Loughlin and her husband over exerting their white privilege and fucking themselves at every turn with this college admissions scam?
I think it's hilarious.
Thank you.
I hope they go to
Good.
jail.
Go to jail.
That's it.
Yeah, go to
This
jail.
is ridiculous.
They won't.
Like, I was just
because
doing what's
they're
best for my
rich, but
child. Like lying to get them in the
cheating.
to
Bribery?
college.
Didn't she say something like I did what any mother would do?
Yeah, he didn't.
Yeah,
Like-
they threw a black woman in jail for lying about the address so her kids could go to a better
Yeah.
school. And Laura Loughlin ain't going to jail not one day.
Right.
By the way, spoiler alert: my parents did that shit. Too. I ain't live in
Yeah.
Baltimore City. Get the fuck out of here. Live right in Baltimore County. Fuck you.
Yeah.
At the time, yeah. You did too, nigga. You lived in the county. You absolutely
look,
didn't.
That
Absolutely.
Preston Street address that I always talk
That's
about. That's the address that we use.
Yeah.
That's the address that we use.
I mean, like, Mike and I lived about 10 minutes away from each other and somehow both went to a city school. No.
Right. Nah, yo. Nah, I live at 2622 East Preston Street. That's where I live at.
To this day. That's funny.
You can go there if you want.
Yeah.
You might get shot.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that. I'm looking for Micah. No, you ain't.
You fine. We believe you. Don't do it.
Lance says, does watching blaxploitation films for the show make you see them way differently than you thought the film was when you were growing up? I really thought Three the Hard Way was more serious than it actually was before I saw it for the first time last week. Yeah, kind of. I mean, not necessarily exploitation films. I think they're all kind of silly. But with certain films, I didn't expect them to be as silly. Like Foxy Brown is a blaxploitation film, but it's not like silly. But it's what I think of when I think of blaxploitation films.
Right.
Through the Hard Way was just bonkers.
Yeah, like Superfly was fine.
Yeah, Superfly
what's
still
the other one?
held up and
what's the one that people hate us for? The Mac, that was just
nigga. That movie
not
stinks.
very good at all.
Sorry.
But it wasn't like it was just not good. But no, Through the Hallway was off the fucking rails.
The Mac wasn't the Mac wasn't what I thought it was going to be. To your point, Lance. But I thought it wasn't like it was just different. Like Three the Hard Way, I was not expecting Three the Hard Way to be as cartoonish as it was. But that's not what that blaxploitation.
They had capes on, nigga. They had fucking capes.
They were like Doctor Strange and Mordo walking around Manhattan and shit.
Just hanging out.
Talk about, look at this nigga. Jalen says, how do you intend to broaden your audience, or is it even a concern? And where do you see the podcast channel brand going in the future? You want to take that?
Yeah, look, as far as broadening the audience, one of the big things, because I think it's Jalen asks later, like what, how can people help, right? To get the word out about the show. Look, you're black, other black people. And if you enjoy the show, you're probably just as you have a similar, I guess, maybe not worldview, but like probably a similar sense of humor and things like that as we do. So you probably are friends or you have relatives who are just as trifling as us. So, tell them about the show, tweet it out, like tweeting stuff out, putting it on Facebook. That helps to broaden the audience. I mean, we do some level of advertising, like on the back end kind of stuff. That helps, but it's mostly word of mouth, which has gotten us really far. We've done some guest spots on other podcasts, which we'll probably start doing again. We just got really busy. And that very much helped. I mean, look, I'll be honest and say this, like we wouldn't be nearly where we were if we didn't have that guest spot on The Black Guy Who Tips. Like we owe them so much. Shout out to them. They had a thing on Vice.
So I just watched it like an hour ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fucking great. Like Rod and Karen are awesome, right? So like things like that really help out the show. So if you like an episode or a preview episode, because the preview episodes are shorter, it's a nice way to kind of send that over to somebody or share that link. I mean, you can always share the full episodes as well. But yeah, those kind of things really help. Like absolutely. So that is our plan, is to kind of continue doing that and, to do more social media stuff. I mean, that's the most we can do. But like, I try to ride the line between promoting this black show and staying out of black Twitter because it can just be insane. So it's a hard road to run. So that's kind of where we are.
He says, Jalen continues, have you ever considered selling merchandise? Someone just asked us about that, and we've considered it. And that's all I'll say for right now.
Yes.
What are your hopes for the future of black films? Me, myself, personally, I feel as though that black films are so commonplace that we don't have to refer to them as black films.
Yeah, my answer is just more of them, and not just a bunch of niggas in the street, because it's not all we are.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Like we can do science fiction. We can do romantic comedies. We can do thrillers. We can do horror. We can do literally anything. And look, I mean, I hate to pat my race on the back, but once, black people in this country have been known for breaking down barriers and kicking in doors. And then other races tend to follow because we've kind of paved the way.
Yep.
We get more of these, you'll get more Latin-led pictures. Then you'll get more Asian-led pictures that aren't just, martial arts movies and shit.
Right.
So, yeah, just more of them. Just more of them. And of course, I would like the quality to be good, but, you can't. I mean, you can't expect excellence all the time. You can just hope for it.
Well, I think one of the bigger things more than just they all need to be high quality, because I don't think that's I don't ever like that
fair.
argument just because it's putting black people on a pedestal that they cannot possibly stay on. Right.
That's a lot of pressure to put on people.
Right. And that's never a thing with white artists, right? Like, you don't go, well, this is a white movie, it better be fucking perfect. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect. What I would say is I'd like to see a lot of our movies that I would deem that are not great. A lot of times they are considered more low budget and out of the mainstream. And I would like to see us, and one thing I've said numerous times on the show that is one of the most powerful things in whiteness, and I'd like us to have this, is the opportunity to fail and come back, right? You can make a shitty movie in the mainstream, because that's the biggest fear, I think, of black directors is you get this money and make a huge movie that flops. Because then Hollywood's like, nope, never again. Where white directors, they can make shitty movies over and over and over again, and people just keep giving them opportunities. So give people of color, and black people specifically, in this case, a chance. And let them, if they fail, give them another chance. Like, that's what art is. Like, you just keep trying.
Our buddy Carl says, I might be late submitting this, but here it is. Is knowledge of Black American history necessary for Black wokeness online? Should it be?
That's a good question.
Black American history?
I think you need to have.
You have to be. No, you gotta know Black African history to be woke. Like, we all came from Egypt. That's all you got to know, right? We're all kings and queens. That's it, right?
Yeah, no, that's true. There were no goat herders. None.
Kangs.
I'm sorry,
Kangs.
Kangs.
Were Kangs.
Right.
Kangs and queens.
Yeah, it's like this guy doesn't even know African history.
Yeah, like that's the Ethiopian pronunciation for king, Kang. I should know. I look like an Ethiopian.
You do.
I think you should have at least a high school level of knowledge of history.
I feel like
you don't have to.
Again, I feel like you don't spend a lot of time on the internet, dog.
I don't think you have to. Be some sort of historian, but I do think you need to pay attention to what is in the now and be able to go back. Like, if you're willing to go back and do research, like, you don't have to know everything. None of us except Jay claim to know everything. So
That's true.
So you just have to be willing to learn. That's the problem, is that most people aren't willing to learn. For all of Jay's, like, dude, I told you and shit, like, he'll listen to you and then formulate an argument.
I also read.
Right. Like, Terrence will listen to you. Like, I'll listen to you before I formulate an argument and then, think about it and then come back. But a lot of these people online I see, they just, they close their ears and they shout as loud as they can about how they're right. And they get their information from memes. Like that's
the best place to get them, by the way.
That's my bar. Don't get your information from a picture on Facebook. That's it.
But what if it has text at the top and the bottom? I mean, that's a lot of knowledge. Put a lot in there. You lower the text size, and you fuck somebody up. Talking
about. Is there anything else on this topic?
No, I think that's it.
Jalen comes back and says, is there anything we can do as fans or members to support this brand?
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
You can give me money.
If you want to directly support us, if you want to directly support us, You can subscribe to Premium.
Yes.
What I do when my lovely wife, who supports me and tells people that I do a podcast, but has never listened to one full solid episode.
So you still call it the Nerdpocalypse?
The Nerdpocalypse, yes, she does. She tells people about it, and they say, "Oh, and if I think that person would get our humor, I'll take their phone, I'll find their podcatcher, their podcast app, and I'll just subscribe."
Oh, that's smart.
And yeah, so
Creepy.
you can do that. Like if you know people that listen to podcasts and you think they would like this, just say, "Hey, give me your phone. I'm gonna do you a favor. I'm about to make your day," and then just subscribe for them.
Yeah. Look, I have seen many people on Twitter mention, somebody just wrote to us today saying, "Oh, you guys should review this movie. Apparently it's bad." Thanks. But they were like, "Look, you should review this." And then other people were like, "Oh, what show is this you're talking about?" And then they start to tell other people and stuff like that. That's awesome. That's super dope. That is incredibly helpful for us.
Yes.
It really is.
Peter says, do y'all think The Rock will have his nigga wake up call? When do y'all think this will be, and or what would bring it about? So he had I guess a little mini one.
The other day.
About 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
When somebody just straight, we were talking about the Kofi Kingston thing, and whether or not The Rock, quote unquote, counts as a black champion.
Oh, come on. That's ridiculous.
Look, The Rock is black. Like,
he is.
If Barack Obama's black, The Rock is black.
It's
like,
as simple as that.
That's just it. But this guy tweeted something, and I think he added him. I don't know how that shit works, but he said something to the effect of, The Rock is booked and billed as Samoan first. If you don't know, The Rock has a black father and a Polynesian mother. The Rock caught wind of this, and he was like, "Yeah, look, let me set the record straight. I'm both equally, and I'm proud to be black, and I'm proud to be Samoan." It's one of those things that people who are of mixed race, I assume, just fucking wrestle with.
Sure.
And we have fun at The Rock's expense, not because we don't think he's black, but just some of his actions that he does are just fucking weird. But I think that was like a little one. He'll have a major one if the rumors are true that he wants to run for political
No, they're not
office.
true.
They're gonna light your
They better
ass
not
up.
be true.
Guess what, nigga? You're black now. Fuck out of
Right.
here.
Yep. You're gonna be black. And
Yep.
no matter what party he picks, he's going to be black. He's going to be that nigga over there on the left, or our boy over here on the right.
100%. 100%.
So, and then he'll have his wake up moment. And then that's when he's going to have to decide. That's when we will see the kind of human being that Dwayne Johnson is. If he's smart, you stay away from that shit, bro.
Yeah. Unless you're ready. Look, if you're ready to deal with it, go ahead. But I mean, there is a weirdness in America, right? Where it's that idea of, are you the race that people say you are, or how they see you? Or are you, in his case, or are you biracial, or, how you personally identify, right? The answer is, it's a little bit of both, right? Like, Barack Obama is equally white as he is black. He could have been like, "I'm white," and America could have been like, "You're black." And guess what? Like, he don't really weirdly get that choice. And he could have equally said he was white. So it is a weird thing. It's not just about you. Also, it's how society sees you. So I don't know. I mean, in his case, I think people obviously realize he's a person of color. But I think his sort of racial ambiguity makes white people at large feel comfortable in liking him. And then he really kind of stays about as far away from what they would probably deem as stereotypical black kind of things. And then like you watch Ballers and it's like, oh, he's with all his black friends in this. So it's he's a curious person. The Rock gets on my nerves in a lot of ways, but I would never say he's not black. I think that's ridiculous. I just, if Barack Obama's black, he's black. Like it is what it is. You don't, I think, you can obviously say it, but I don't think you have total control over what his race is.
Yeah. Any comments on that?
I need to get on my damn nerves. But like, he was black. He's the first black, I guess. Whatever. Like he is.
Terrence is still mad because we made him watch Skyscraper.
Yeah, that movie's fucking ridiculous as fuck. Like it's just foolishness. But like, look, I was a big Rock fan back in the day, but now he just bugs me.
He's lived long enough to see
it.
Yeah.
For the most part.
That goddamn movie, I swear.
It's a perfect line. Yo.
It is.
Perfect.
No, but before you continue, didn't he get in trouble because he wanted to like do some show about like racial justice? And some white folks were like, why are you bringing race into stuff?
He wanted to do a show about racial justice on BET.
Oh, they got him the fuck out of there. No, you don't. Why isn't there a white entertainment television, Rock?
And look,
did he stop?
And that's where that
it's still coming.
No, it's on BET.
Oh, okay,
yeah, it's still
okay.
coming.
Okay,
I've seen previews on it.
I'm gonna watch.
That's what started that whole like debate a couple weeks ago.
Is he hosting the show?
No, but he's producing
it. That ain't the same.
Yeah.
Really I'm not trying to be a dick about it. That's not the same. You put your brown ass face on that show. Hey, welcome to Shit's Fucked Up. I'm your host, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Well, look in the previews, it does say produced by Dwayne Johnson.
Look.
But he's not, as far as I know, he's not hosting.
Look, I could miss the first 2 minutes of a show. I've done that plenty of times. I don't always catch the opening credits of Game of Thrones. I'm just saying, you put his face on it, that's a whole different conversation. It is.
Brian says, what movies have kind of been in the queue for a while, but you still haven't managed to get to them for one reason or another? We usually pick movies maybe a week or two in advance, sometimes as late as 3 days in advance.
Or 2 hours in advance.
But if we do have a movie that we want to do, like I'm thinking of a very particular movie that is pretty much just Jim's life story. That I really want to do this movie, but I can't find it anywhere.
If we could find it readily available, I 100% support doing that movie. It starred one of my favorite actors of all time. It is. And look, do you know what a fucking pillow top mattress is? My nigga, do you? That dude's amazing.
So yeah, that's the big reason if there's a movie we want to do but don't do it, it's just that we can't find it.
Yeah.
And like that movie in particular, like I would need that movie to be available.
No, yeah. Look, you have to see that movie. It is. Dude, that movie was eerily stolen from my life. It's fucking bizarre. For me personally, there is a movie I do want to do. Again, this is finding it and making sure it's readily available. It's a movie. I think it was 1959, 1960. This movie called Imitation of Life, which was a really controversial film of its time. Like my mom, I've seen the movie before, and my mom was saying even when she was a kid, it was like, oh, like it was like a big deal to see this movie. It's about this like white actress who meets this other woman, this black actress, who is trying to pass as white because she's so light skinned, and it's the crux of the movie is about the black woman trying to pass as white and her very dark skinned mother, who she's like trying somehow to like bridge the gap between like this trying to be in this world versus who she really is. It's a pretty fantastic movie. If you've never seen Imitation of Life, I would highly recommend it. But that is one I want to do.
Jalen says one last question. He has, would we consider making a film together, writing, directing, producing a film? I mean, I can't speak for Terrence, but I think I can speak for Jay. And we always joke about it every Tyler Perry Tuesday or whatever the fuck we do, that we can make a better movie. I would love to direct a movie. I don't know how good of a writer I am. I have ideas, but putting them down on paper is that's a skill that I just do not have.
Yeah.
But I think I can direct, and I would want to act in the movie. Like, that's my problem.
You said you would want to act in the movie?
I'm so full of myself. I would want to act in it. You know what I mean?
I believe you. I believe you. I 100% believe that. There was a time, I remember, Micah, you brought this up to me once a number of years ago. There was a thing in Baltimore. There's like a 24-hour, they do this every year. There's a 24-hour movie competition, right? They give you like a prompt, and then you have 24 hours. You and your team have 24 hours to make a movie, and then they judge the movie at the end of the 24 hours. I think that would be a lot of fun for the three of us to do.
Yeah.
Would you be up for that, Terrence?
No.
You got to be the star.
I'm fine. I'm good. No, I'll be behind the camera.
But you would. But I think it'd be fun for the three of us to work on that. That would be cool.
I think so.
Yeah. By the way, it would probably be Taylor.
Yeah.
Look. We are better bomb throwers than we are creative people. Like, that is the point. Just because we can criticize does not mean that we can do it. And by the way, all the movies that we give people a hard time about and make fun of and stuff like that, we recognize that shit's not easy. Like come on. Like, it's really not. Even like the goofy movies that we have a blast with, like the Carl Weber movies where the acting isn't that great or the writing isn't that great. That's just still, I'm sure they would be light years better than us. I have no doubt about that.
Yeah. Brian comes back. Also, just want to give a shout out to the whole TMP fam and fans. You guys and gals make all the difference, getting me through my days and keeping me laughing like an idiot at work and in traffic. Thanks for putting up with me. Brian, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Look, we couldn't do it if we didn't have people listening. I mean, we could, but it'd be kind of stupid.
It would just be three dumb niggas yelling into the ether.
Yeah.
So yes, thank you. Peter comes back and says, have y'all changed your opinion on any movies y'all watched, especially ones y'all had strong opinions on, be that good or bad?
How many movies have we done? Like 100 something. A lot of movies to go through.
150. I'm kind of flipping through.
I remember thinking it was good, and then I saw it again. And then I saw it again, and I'm like, whoa, this is not good at all.
She fell into a bowl of grits. She did.
That movie's fucking foolish as hell, yeah. Good Lord.
It is. I'm just looking through. Oh, you know what? What was the Tyler Perry movie we did?
I think I love my wife.
No,
I think, No, not
The Family That Prays.
That's a Chris Rock movie.
Oh, is that the one you're talking about?
No. Mike is close to the title.
The good.
Oh, Why Did I Get Married?
Why Did I Get Married? Look, I thought I wasn't going to enjoy that. I really enjoyed that movie. I did. That's probably my favorite Tyler Perry movie to date. Easily. Like, did she hit that nigga with that bottle? Clink! This shit was hilarious. But it was a good, like, jokes aside, like, it was actually a really well done movie. I actually wish he would stay in that world. I think he's really good at that sort of, those kind of movies.
Yeah, part 2 wasn't all that great.
No, and I saw part 2 first, and I was like, oof.
There you go.
I had really strong feelings that Acrimony was going to be bad, and it was bad. It was worse than I thought. So, had that. I'm just trying to look through some of these other episodes and see if anything jumps out at me. I didn't have any negative feelings on it, but I was very, very impressed with Come Sunday. I thought that was
that was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that actually exceeded my expectations. So,
any in particular for you?
Has that changed my feelings?
Ring out? Like something you've seen and then seen it again, and then it's just like, or whatever. Like She Hate Me. You seen
Yeah,
that before,
wow.
And then you did the show. Did it?
Yeah, I mean, I think my vision was skewed because of what's her name when I saw it before. But yeah, that movie is not very good at all.
Yeah.
But I don't know what I thought about the movie before. To be honest with you, I don't think I had any feelings about it to begin with. I just saw it. Shit.
What about Boys in the Hood?
Boys in the Hood. I still like Boys in the Hood.
I still stand
It's a
that
great movie.
It gets the praise that it gets because white people.
Yeah, I will agree with that. Absolutely, it's fine.
And I like Boys in the Hood, but I think it gets this like next level echelon in movies because white people are like, oh, turns out it's really bad for black people in the aftermath of Reagan's 80s, and it just fucking ruined black neighborhoods. Yeah, we've been telling you that. Like, no shit.
One for me was I remember liking this movie because I was half a weeb growing up. Ghost Dog, Way of the Samurai.
Wow, dude. Wow. That movie's not good.
I remember liking that movie.
God
and then,
damn, that movie.
And I watched it again, and that is not good.
People are still mad at us for not liking that movie. I don't apologize. Sorry, that movie stinks.
Oh, I thought I would hate
snail's
Temptation. I didn't hate that movie at all. That was a 5 out of 5.
Yeah, that
still.
was your.
Fuck y'all niggas. It was great.
I mean, you're not exactly wrong.
It was out of control.
I really enjoyed A Low Down Dirty Shame when I initially saw it. I did not as much as an adult. Same goes for Friday, by the way. Friday really, to me, does not hold up.
Yeah.
I don't remember liking School Days then, and I don't like it now. So, yeah, I don't think anything's changed.
I enjoyed War Room. I did not. Trying to just look. You know what? I liked Soul Food a lot more than I remembered initially liking it. And as much as we made fun of it, like a lot, like I actually thought that was a pretty enjoyable movie.
Let's see.
White Man's Burden was fucking dumb.
Oh, that was a hell of a move for him to go out on. That was his last film.
I know. I know.
I thought I would like Sorry to Bother You. I thought I would.
Oh, that's an interesting conversation.
When I saw the trailer for it in the movie theater, and then we watched it.
Yeah, the trailer got me. I thought I was gonna be all in on that.
God damn, yeah.
I just thought it was okay.
Peter says, "Why is Dr. Sebi? Just why is this love child of Mr. Potato Head
looking nigga popular?
Looking nigga popular with people."
He said Walmart Gandhi. God damn.
Stellar marketing. I have no idea why people like a guy. Isn't his name like Tyrone Bill?
Yeah, basically. Look, doctor ain't in his fucking list of accomplishments.
Right.
I think people like the idea of a magic bullet. I do. I think people like the idea of something that they can point to, some sort of conspiracy that is stopping us from reaching the promised land. There are plenty of actual people conspiring, actual conspiracies. But I think people want a magic bullet. I think people want this idea that if they have a vegan diet, that will cure cancer because someone they know died of cancer, which is unfortunate, obviously. It's happened to me too. But I think people latch onto those things because they don't have answers. I think it's the same reason why Greek mythology exists, right? Or it did exist. When you didn't understand why the sun rose and fell, at the beginning and the end of the days, respectively. You just said, oh, I don't know, Zeus did it because of X, Y, and Z. You don't know. And we have to stop inserting conspiracy when we find points of ignorance. What we should do is address those points of ignorance by trying to learn more and to answer those questions. Perfect example, just quickly, perfect example was the thing I saw yesterday, which was, the church that burned in Paris. They're like, the cross and, the cross survived the fire. Please explain to me how God isn't real. And it was like, because wood burns at 600 degrees and gold burns at 1600 degrees. That's why. Like, you don't have to include conspiracy and magic and all this other stuff. There are they're generally pretty logical reasons why things happen. And
why did God burn the church down in the first place? Come on.
Yeah, he was just like, I'm testing you. Here's some fossils. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? But yeah, I think we have to stop inserting conspiracy into things we just don't understand. I mean, some like our mentions were all like crazy for a couple of days because I said veganism doesn't cure cancer, and people were like, you're not even a vegan. How do you know? I'm like, because science and also vegans have gotten cancer. So what the fuck are you talking about? That doesn't make any sense. So yeah, just
tell you what it doesn't cure: pneumonia, because that's what that guy died from.
Yeah, because he was 112 fucking years old or whatever. Look,
yeah, man.
Look, here's the thing: you're not gonna live forever. You're not gonna be in perfect health. You can probably do things that will make your health better. Look, if you want to be a vegan, that's fine. But veganism isn't going to cure everything. It's just not going to. You fall down and crack your head open and die. Oh, my head's extra hard because I'm a vegan. That's not how that shit works. That's how the guy from the Atkins diet died. Perhaps if he had a little bit more fat on his body, he'd have bounced. But he didn't. Sorry. He did. He fell down and hit his head. He was old during this trip.
Alfredo can't cure cancer. That's his real name. Alfredo Bowman.
Oh, okay. I thought she was like Alfredo sauce.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, that's not vegan, dude. Like, seriously, don't eat a lot of Alfredo sauce. That'll make you fat as fuck. It's a true story.
Yeah. Just eat broccoli, you'll live forever. Or until 82 and die of complications of pneumonia.
Or complications by the government. They were like, we're going to get this nigga 25 years later. Let's get him.
Yeah, this bullet is called pneumonia. All right, Joe. All right. Lastly, Aaron says, what is your favorite outings? What's your favorite outings for each of you in your areas? I'm coming back and posting up in Hyattsville.
Posting up in Hyattsville?
I don't know nothing in Hyattsville.
What are you doing? Let's see. Like, I'm a big food person, so like if you're new to Baltimore, like especially in like this time of year, closer to summertime when it's a little bit warmer, there's a place called Captain James. They have all you can eat crabs like Monday through Thursday for like $30. And they're delicious, and they don't do that like bullshit like, oh, they're all you can eat, so they're like the smallest ones and they take like mad long to come to you.
Medium crabs and shit.
Nah, like they keep them coming, and they're really good. So like if you like crabs, like that's a lot of fun. You just go and drink and eat crabs. It's great.
Well, there's two. There's Captain James Seafood Place and Palace and Captain James Crab House. Which one are you talking about?
Yeah, you got to go to the Crab House, not the place across the street.
That's
like
the
a
Seafood
boat.
Palace on Boston Street.
Yeah, don't go to that. That shit looks ridiculous. I'm not 12. I'm not eating in a fucking
and it's in the
themed
safe
restaurant.
part of town. It's between Cannon Point, so you'll be fine.
Yeah, you're not gonna get stabbed.
Yeah, you might
good.
run over a white person in the street because they're drunk, but you know.
Push them over the pier.
Watch where you go.
Get the hell out of my goddamn face.
All right. I go to Bye Bye Baby. Baby Gap. Baby Kids.
This is where he goes now.
These are the hot spots I go to now, guys.
Children's Place.
Yep. Yeah. Look, nigga, we were in Children's Place 2 fucking days.
I bet you were.
We were in Children's Place today. We went to the mall. because we wanted to get out of the house, and I had to yell at a white girl because I'm there at the food court holding my son. He's looking around and shit, and all of a sudden, a fucking Chick-fil-A bag just flies over towards us. And I turn around and I yell at the top of my lungs so that everybody in the food court can hear. What the fuck is your problem? It felt so good to see 5 scared white teenagers shit themselves collectively.
That's pretty good. That's not bad. That's a good story.
And then we had to leave because my wife was like, "Look, we got to get the fuck out of here because you the one that's going to get in trouble." So, yeah, you're right.
That's funny.
That's
really
where
do I go? Food places.
I was so fucking mad.
There's a bunch of food spots in like I don't know, in the Mount Vernon area of Baltimore.
Interesting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but stay in that area. Just a little.
Yeah, don't go too far north, and don't go too far west
or east.
South.
Really. You know what? Just go there, get an Uber, and get the fuck out of there. If you can get a helicopter to go straight up and roll, that's fine too.
Yeah.
No, there's some good spots over there.
I used to live over there.
Yeah, why were you over there all the time, Terrence?
Mind your motherfucking business, nigga.
Why are you bringing up old shit?
Anyway. I know where you used to live too. There's that area off of 33rd. In the college area. There's a bunch of not Green Mountain, nigga.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not trying to get that nigga shot. I'm about to say. Don't stay away from Green Mountain.
You're gonna get fucked up. No, white people jog on Green Mountain.
Okay.
He good. He's hired from Hyattsville. No, we gonna get poor Aaron shot, stabbed.
It's right by Hopkins.
Nah.
You know. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a good area. That's a good area.
That's it, guys.
It's the longest preview episode we've ever had. Thanks for all your questions.
There you go. Thank you for all of your questions because we didn't know what we were going to talk about tonight. So Thank you for for providing content. You see, we rely on you people. We appreciate your listenership.
There you go.
And your interest. So thank you.
All right, that is it for us. We will be back next week with another episode 151, Native Son. You're watching the Black on Black Cinema YouTube channel. Make sure you check out our full reviews of Black movies, past and present. And every other week, we do a preview episode where we talk about a random topic that affects the Black community.